Art Laffer's with us. I don't know whether you heard it, Art, but I was wildly speculating.
I did.
Oh, you heard it? Okay. If we get a medium-term trade deal with China...
It wasn't wild.
Well, I got a report. Okay. It was wild. If we get a trade deal with China, moderate. If we get USMCA passed, if we get that. If we get a trade deal with the Brits, all of that is wild speculation. But I say, if those three things happen, this market goes straight up and the economy really does improve. Am I right?
You're completely correct. I mean, that's just perfect. But I don't think it's wild speculation. I think it's both in China's interest and the U.S. interest to do a trade deal, even if it's not the big, full-blown one. And also, just removing the tariffs right now would be a huge plus, not including all the Chinese agreeing to buy more goods and things. I think that would be huge, huge, huge. And also, I think you're underestimating Nancy Pelosi's desire to get USMCA passed. I think she really needs that passed. I think she wants it passed for her own political and the Democrats in the House. So I think that's going to happen as well. I mean, I'm very excited. And Boris Johnson, I'm going to leave the Brits up to you, Stuart, but Boris Johnson and the EU, if that happens, I think they're going to get a great trade deal with Britain. I mean, the U.S. and Britain should have a trade deal. That's the closest country to the U.S., that and Israel are, and we should have a perfectly wonderful trade deal with Britain and the U.S. And I just think it's been way too long in the waiting. I'm
so glad to hear that my speculation is not so wildly out of whack as some might expect. I'm glad you're on the show today.
It's not.
Thank you. Okay. I've got to talk to you about this JOLT report. You know, the number of job openings in August, 7.05 million. What does that tell you about the economy?
Well, you know, I think our economy is just in great, great shape. There are all of these different measures that come flowing out, and the job openings are important. We also had, if you know, in the last jobs report, we used the establishment numbers for the increase in jobs when the household numbers was much, much larger. And the same thing was true the month before. If you know, the revisions were up. This economy is doing very well, Stuart, especially when you consider how much the rest of the world is pulling us down. Now, your wild speculation story at the beginning of the show would really change that on the world and really have the world no longer pulling us down, but really buoying us up. And if that happens, I think our growth rates can get back up into the 3% range.
Wow, you are the perpetual optimist, aren't you? But I tell you, Art, you are out of whack with other economists, aren't you?
Well, they think I'm wacky, so they think they're out of whack. I'm the wacky one. It's just joking.
You're a great grandfather. How can you be wacky?
I've been out of whack with them for... I've been 3 years out of whack with them and their growth rate estimates and all that. I think my numbers have proved to be a little bit better than theirs over the last 3 years, but who knows what'll be in store into the future. Okay. But a lot of it really does depend upon the political world. I was in the Nixon White House. I watched what happened with Reagan. All of this impeachment stuff will hurt the markets. Believe me, it will hurt them, and it could hurt them a lot.
Ouch. Okay. All right. Art Laffer, thank you very much, sir.
I don't mean to, so I'm not so optimistic, am I?
Okay. We heard you. Thanks, Art Laffer. Thank you.